Crimesider now. A police officer is apparently stalked by someone with a gun, and the moment was caught on camera. This video was shared on Instagram and has since gone viral. Someone drives up behind this police officer, and as he gets out of his cruiser, the person recording the video then flashes a gun. Crimesider's Julia Dahl is here to talk about this. Thanks for being here, Julia.
Thank you.
So this video, what happens when this person pulls out this weapon? What's the reaction?
I mean, you know, for the audience, it's pretty scary. And I think for those people in law enforcement and the families of people in law enforcement, it's terrifying. When I spoke with people at the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial, they said, you know, I mean, this is really troubling. It's obviously incredibly brazen. And we really kind of don't know what's going on. We don't know what happened before. We don't know what happened after. It's mysterious.
So there's no other information about this video. It just appeared on Instagram. And police, are they investigating?
Yes, LAPD is investigating. And actually, they just told me that they have identified a possible suspect and are talking to his attorney right now to work on getting him in to answer some questions. So it is very much ongoing, and they're taking it very seriously.
Before we get to the statistics that exist about what happens to law enforcement officers in the field, has he broken any laws? If it turns out the gun is registered to him and that he's got it legally, is there anything illegal about this? Other than there's something, you know, terribly screwed up with somebody who would do that.
Scary,
but,
yeah.
Has he broken any laws?
It's going to probably really depend on whether or not he has a permit for a gun, whether or not he has any prior felonies. If you have prior felonies, you can't be carrying a firearm. So it's going to really depend on this person and the specifics about him.
Right, but I would guess that let's say for example this suspect has all the proper permits. I would imagine, and I don't know what the laws are in California, but I would imagine just even taking it out like that is a direct threat to a police officer, and they could go after him or her for doing that.
I think that's very possible, and I think that in something like this where it's so brazen, it's put on social media in a way that's really kind of flip.
Yeah.
I mean, the original Instagram post has been taken down, but it reportedly said "F the police" and had gun emojis, not something not something that police are going to take lightly.
Yeah. Now we in the media sometimes we focus a lot on the things that cops do wrong, and there are instances where cops have done terrible things, but the majority of police are good police officers, and they put their lives at risk every single day. What are statistics like?
Right. So police officers, an average of about 64 police officers are killed in the line of duty every year. Most of those people actually die in car-related accidents. Last year, this year, we're down a little bit on shootings of police officers. 2014 was actually a big jump. We had a couple really awful instances. Two officers were killed in New York City, ambushed in their car, and then just very recently, there was the officer in Texas who was ambushed and shot in the head. But most of the people who die on duty die in car accidents and often heart attacks and illnesses related to the job.
When you see a video like that, it just puts into perspective why sometimes police officers are a little jumpy. The fact that somebody could have a weapon like that, and it's just a random person, you can sort of see the other side of it, which is why they tend to sometimes react the way that they do, although the training should prevent them from.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scary job, and the many of the people who die feloniously in the line of duty who are shot on, just pulling people over traffic stops and ambushes. So, I mean, something like this where it's just a police officer pulled over, maybe he's going to pull over someone for speeding, that can be the most dangerous thing police officers do.
Julia Dahl, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And remember, you can track investigations and read up on all the big crime stories of the day at cbsnews.com/crimesider.